In the Jar Football Show, episode 251, Texas Longhorns. Every single fella in the media these days seems to be all over the Texas Longhorns. You got Arch Manning. You got Cam Coleman, the number one receiver in the land. I believe Will Muschamp is down there as the defensive coordinator. They got rid of their defensive coordinator from last year, even though the defense seemed to be better than the offense at times. We'll take a look at Texas's schedule today on today's show. Let's get groovy. Let's get a little loose. You know, I got to change the song. I used to like this one, but now it's a bit too mainstream, and I'm a bit too hipster for that. So, Sarkisian in year 6 at Texas. 9-3 last year. Missed the playoff. That loss to Ohio State really is what I think sent Texas off the rails in 2025. And the thing that's funny is that they're playing Ohio State again in week 2 this year, and this game could very much, not to sound dramatic, derail Texas's 2026. They fired their defensive coordinator last year, Kwiatkowski. Will Muschamp comes in after some, for him, obscure years in college football. He was an advisor. He was, I think, juggling around different advisory roles at Georgia under Kirby. Of course, Kirby and Will Muschamp started their careers on my former head coach, Chris Hatcher's Valdosta State staff. And my Samford Bulldogs had a pretty challenging season last year. And for the dwindling, my old head coach got let go from Samford. And he spent a couple weeks as an advisor over there as well. Will Muschamp didn't work out at Florida. Didn't really work out at South Carolina. Texas has got a bit of an uphill battle. They do. They've got a bit of an uphill battle with this schedule. And, God damn it, I need to pull this up and have this ready. Let's make sure that our screen share is doing an appropriate job. And we've been stalled out. That's tremendous. That's absolutely beautiful. I love when my stream lags. Isn't that crazy? First of all, I'm not even sure we'll be able to screen share with you guys today. Okay. Should be good to go. Let's give it a shot here. Texas. Nope. Texas. Here we go. Texas 2026 schedule. You don't leave the state of Texas until you play at Neyland. Like I said, that Ohio State game, as dramatic as it sounds, is make or break for Texas. I think it's really more of a momentum thing than anything else. It's really more of a momentum thing. Now, we're really going to see if Sark is the coach that everybody seems to think he is this offseason. If Ohio State comes into Austin and beats the Texas Longhorns in week 2, because then you probably got to win that next week. You're sitting at 2-1. I don't think Tennessee is going to be challenging for Texas. I don't think Tennessee is going to be very challenging for many of the top programs in the SEC this year. people are talking up Oklahoma. People are talking up Oklahoma. John Mateer said to the media recently that he felt like he was basically throwing the football with two fingers. Let's see how the stream's doing here. Y'all let me know how the stream's doing there, huh? Down there in the live chat. This is a live show. So, just holler at me. Okay, we proceed. Texas hosts Florida. A bit of a revenge narrative there. Florida kicked their ass in the swamp. Florida absolutely worked them. I don't think Texas beats Ole Miss. Ole Miss going on the road to Austin. They got a lot. How many home games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. A lot of games on the road late in the year for Texas. Anyway, the pressure's on. Everybody is hyping up Texas right now in the college football media. Everybody. They got a tough schedule. When you got Ole Miss, I don't think they play Georgia. Let's see. I don't think they do. No Georgia. So I think Georgia's the best team in the SEC. They don't play them. They got Mississippi State. Mississippi State heading on the road to Texas on Halloween. Look, people are talking about this Kamario Taylor, Kamario Davis. Kamario Taylor, Kamario Davis. Which one is it? Dude, I got my outline. I'm melting down in real time. Kamario Taylor. God. People over at the Manning Passing Academy talk about how impressive this guy's arm talent is. And we saw flashes in that Egg Bowl game last year. Is Kamario Taylor, quarterback from Mississippi State, the most interesting man in the SEC? In terms of allure and what we're hearing from Manning Passing Academy, guys hurling it 65, 70 yards with accuracy. And then he's got some whiz on his short throws too. So apparently Kamario Taylor, new quarterback over at Mississippi State, is impressing people. Now we'll get back to the meat and potatoes of the episode, Texas, and we're only here with you a couple minutes. Texas goes down to Death Valley late in the season. LSU, November 14th. These are the two programs in the SEC with the absolute highest expectations possible. And I'm not saying this will happen, but both teams, both programs have so much pressure on them, I feel, so many expectations on them, that it's possible that the early season maybe doesn't work out for either of these programs, and you see these teams spiral. I'm just not sure about the mental resolve of today's youth, let's say. I'm not saying that about all of them. I'm saying sometimes that can happen. Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin are going to earn every dollar that they make on them damn contracts. I'm going to tell you right now. Because I think 95% of the coaching job for these guys is not going to be about X's and O's. It's going to be about personality and expectation management and keeping the guys hungry. Even with all the press clippings. That's the job for Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian. In a Jar Football Show, episode 251. I got to head to jiu-jitsu, guys. Could have gotten deeper into it, man. I just feeling all over the place today in the best way. No excuses for Texas. Will Muschamp at D.C. Ohio State game is probably going to be their season. Unless you get a hell of a coaching job from Sark and you rally these kids to say fucking keep playing. That's really what it boils down to. They got a long runway. Maybe get Arch Manning into rhythm before SEC play opens, but we will see. Texas' most talented college football team on paper, but they had these expectations last year, and we saw where that got them. In the Jar Football Show, I'm your host, Clark Dupree. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this podcast. We're here every single weekday and on every single audio platform, and sometimes we talk about SEC football pretty much all the time, sometimes Cincinnati Bengals. Love you guys. Holler at me. Peace.